What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video today, we're bringing you part 2 of the Let's Go Pikachu playthrough. Now last episode, we just defeated Misty and got across Nugget Bridge, so that's where we're going to start from this time. After making my way through Route 24 and 25, I finally reached the end to where Bill's house is. Upon walking inside, you see that Bill has ended up turning himself into a Nidorino. God knows how he's managed to do it, but he has, and he asked for our help to look at converting him back. Bill jumps into the machine and gets us to press a few buttons on his computer, which turns him from a Nidorino back into a human. As a reward for saving him, he gives us tickets to the SSN, which is docked currently in Vermilion City. So we leave Bill's house, go for a bit of a run, defeat some uneventful trainers, and we've made our way there. While I was roaming around and exploring the city, I came across this dojo sort of guy, I suppose, sitting on a bench, asking me what sort of Pokemon I like and just a few random questions, and then asked me to go out and catch him 5 Growlers and he'll give me a really good Pokemon. So I thought, yeah, beauty, I'll go and do that, wait and caught the 5 Growlers, come back to him, and he give me Persian. Fucking Persian. Safe to say I wasn't happy with receiving the Persian, so I decided to go to the SSN to start proceeding on with the story. I met a sailor at the gate who I had to show my ticket to, and upon doing that told me I was the 100th person to come today and give me a sailor suit to wear. After doing a thorough sweep through the entirety of the SSN, I made it to the stairs to head up to the captain's room when I was met by my rival Tom coming back down the stairs. He was telling me that the captain was upstairs and wasn't feeling well, and then decided to ask me for a battle. The battle itself was pretty easy, as you would expect. The main annoyance that I had from this entire battle was the fact his Oddish kept putting all my Pokemon to sleep. So with a little perseverance and a lot of luck, I managed to push through, finish off the battle and go to check on the captain. Upon reaching the captain, I found him standing over a rubbish bin not feeling too well. I went and rubbed his back to help him feel better, and he taught Pikachu the secret technique, Chop Down. With that in hand, I no longer needed to be on the SSN, so I departed, watching it sail away into the distance. With the secret technique Chop Down in hand, I immediately pushed towards the Vermilion City gym, as that was going to be my next stop. Upon chopping the tree and entering the gym, I spent a lot of time digging through a heap of rubbish throughout the gym, because for whatever reason, Lieutenant Surge thought that was a great gym puzzle. After digging through a ton of rubbish and finding a couple of secret buttons, I managed to drop the energy field in front of Lieutenant Surge and was able to go and battle him. With my over-leveled team, the battle was relatively easy, winning me the fight and gaining me the 3rd gym badge. After defeating Lieutenant Surge and leaving the gym, Misty turns up and offers to take me to Diglett's cave. A little bit late though, I feel like it would have been good before the gym as Diglett had the type advantage. Upon making my way through Diglett's cave, I came out the other side, found a house that had a professor's assistant inside. Upon speaking to him, he taught me the secret technique Light Up, which is effectively flash, which will help with the upcoming rock tunnel. After leaving the house where I got Light Up, I was met by my rival saying he knew where I could test it if I wanted to go with him. Naturally, I agreed to go and he took me to the start of Route 9. Route 9 didn't give me too much trouble, however once I reached the entrance of Rock Tunnel I got ambushed by Team Rocket grunts right outside of the Pokemon Center. It was 4 onto 1, but I was pretty positive I could take them all out. Just before we started the battle, we got interrupted by Lorelei, the first member of the Elite Four, who stepped in by taking 3 of the 4 grunts, leaving me with only 1 to defeat in battle. Once the grunts were defeated, Lorelei had left and I had healed, I made my way into Rock Tunnel. As expected, it was pitch black inside, impossible to see anything. I got Pikachu to use Light Up, showing me the surrounding area so I can proceed through Rock Tunnel. After a lot of running and a few battles, I made it out to Route 10. As I make my way into Lavender Town, I seen a Cubone run to the bottom of Pokemon Tower, then proceed to run inside, closely followed by Tom, my rival. I then get a great view of the rest of Pokemon Tower before deciding to explore it myself. There was nothing interesting on the bottom floor, so I began to climb to the top of the tower. 1 level in, and my rival decided he wanted to battle me again. Definitely didn't think it was the time or place for it, but I couldn't refuse. As expected, the battle was pretty cruisy and I won easily. Upon defeat, my rival tells me the Cubone may be on a higher floor. During the climb, I had a couple ghosts follow me through the floors. I decided to see if I could battle one, but I could not, it just sent me back down to the first floor. So after reclimbing all the previous floors and avoiding the small ghosts, I made it to a more open area where I had a massive ghost spawn in. I couldn't battle this one either, but it also didn't force me to the first floor. It was telling me Pikachu was trembling in fear and wouldn't let me go any further, so for now the effort had been for nothing. After leaving the tower, I see Jessie and James talking about how they encountered the ghost and couldn't climb to the top either. Just as they finish, the Cubone from earlier comes running up to Meowth. Jessie and James decide that they'll take it back to their hideout to show something for their troubles. Off to Celadon City I go. Upon reaching Celadon City, the first thing I did was go to challenge the gym. The entry requirement was to show a cute Pokemon, which I didn't think I had, but I chose Butterfree and apparently that was cute enough. The gym itself was pretty cruisy as I had a Charmeleon and Pidgeotto to do most of the heavy lifting. I swept through the gym, swept through Erica and got myself the 4th gym badge. With that done, it was time to take on Team Rocket. I made my way over to the game corner and found Jessie and James again, this time sitting on the slot machines, talking about whether they should head to the hideout or not. Jessie then states that she is not sure on how to open the secret entrance anyways, which James answers by saying find the poster with a vehicle that best represents them. Off to the hideout I go. After entering the hideout, one of the first people I talk to turns out to be a spy trying to infiltrate Team Rocket. They give me the Team Rocket clothing set as a reminder from the meeting with them. Straight away, I went to the character customizing area and equipped the rocket set on both myself and Pikachu, so we looked the part running through the base. After doing a lot of running and fighting throughout the base, I finally found my way to the final area, where I was met again by Jessie and James guarding the entrance. I tell them I'm here to rescue the Cubone from them, which causes them to fire up and say I'm not getting to meet the boss and it's payback time for Mount Moon. Clearly they forgot who they were talking to as I swept the floor with them again. Once Jessie and James are out of my way, I walk into the boss's room and intrude on a discussion between the boss and a guy named Archer. The boss has told Archer to carry on with his plans and whatnot. As Archer goes to leave, he becomes agitated at the fact I was listening into their discussion. A short battle later, he leaves the room and I get to meet Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket, who, after another short introduction, challenged me to a battle. After defeating him, he releases the Cubone that I came here to save and offers an apology item for mocking the fact I was a child, the Sylph Scope. With this, I can finally make my way past the ghost in Pokemon Tower. After leaving the hideout and game corner, I get stopped by a guy out the front that has what appears to be a seat attached to some balloons. He tells me that he will teach me Skydash, this game's equivalent to fly. He proceeds to teach it to my Pikachu, making my travels across the Kanto region a lot easier when I need to backtrack to a previous area. After skydashing back to Lavender Town, I proceed back up Pokemon Tower to the big ghost. Once reaching it, I used the Sylph Scope to find the ghost was Cubone's mother, Marowak. I then got to watch one of the saddest things I've ever seen in Pokemon, Cubone attempting to embrace its mother as the ghost disappears right before contact. After reaching the top of the tower, I fought my way through Team Rocket as well as Jessie and James to save Mr Fuji. They ramble on about how this plan was a bust and they're going to go help their boss with the takeover of Silphco in Saffron City. I escorted Mr Fuji back to his house at the base of the tower. After arriving, he thanks me by giving me the Pokeflute, which allows me to wake sleeping Pokemon. With this in hand, I can now proceed south of Lavender Town and wake up the Snorlax blocking my path. As soon as it woke up, it apparently mistook me for food and attacked me. After a short battle, I defeated it pretty easily and then proceeded to begin throwing Pokeballs at it, trying to catch it. It took a few berries and a few Ultra Balls, but I eventually caught it, being able to add it to my team. I would like to thank everyone for watching part 2 of my playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.